the budget through the chair and then allow people to comment.
Yes, ask questions.
You know,
I have a concern. Just a concern too.
Yes,
just want to raise your concern.
Yes, Governor. I hope you are raising it as Governor.
Correct.
Are we still talking about procurement and dispute settlements to farmers in Trans-Nzoia? Because we have veered off the subject completely. We are talking about other people's harvest process.
Governor, let me just, understanding Order 228.3, when you are invited to a committee to deal with a matter, there are related matters that the committee can ask. And if you have knowledge and the CCM system of knowledge, she can respond. If you don't have the information, you can seek time to avail documents, because there's the question of seed maize and this program is closely intertwined with the dryers, because that is about maize. That's what you use, you dry maize. And as I said, the CCM has a powerful voice and powerful responses that we all want to listen to.
Thank you, Chair.
We're about to start speculating. Because now you ask a question, then somebody's giving an answer. No, you can't say that.
No, it's possible to say you don't know. It's
that we know everything from 2018 up to now. No. What happened in 2018? Are we being fair?
Governor, you're the one who said you proceed. If there are questions that are asked and where you don't have information, CCM would have said no, I can get 7 days, because you'll have time anyway to supply all the documents. You'll get time. Then you can appear next time after we've gone through these documents to respond to some of the things. You don't have to respond to everything on top of your head. CCM, I will protect you from the senator if he asks an intrusive question. And you can say you don't know and you need time to respond. Proceed, Senator.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you for this leverage, Chair, because as a committee we look from the inception of the program to the end of the program, so that evaluation, when it's done, the taxpayer of this republic must know there is value for money. Now I want to take us through a brief. As of 30th, 2023, Trans-Nzoia recorded varied levels of budget utilization across its main programs. Under crop diversification program, actual expenditure amounted to 382 million against an approved allocation of 545 million. In the post-harvest management and value addition program, expenditure stood at 38 million compared to an approved estimate of 80 million plus. Why I'm asking this question is very fundamental to the process of ensuring that the farmer, when you give him the free maize, with God's grace, without fertilizer, they harvest enough to dry it if they want surplus to sell, and that is what they can eat. Now, if with this budget you have stalled county dryers and running cooperative dryers run by the cooperatives, then what value are we adding as a government to the farmer of Trans-Nzoia? And expected that when you said you have 8 other mobile dryers, you quickly tell us where they are and their status. And Kenyans are following to know whether those places have those dryers or the dryers are something else. Thank you, Natembeya.
Yes, CCM, respond if you're able to. If you need time, you can say.
Thank you, through the chair. I want to indicate that as a county government, we received the mobile dryers and we equally distributed to the 5 sub-counties. And they are usually run by the cooperatives. We began the initiative where cooperatives manage farmers' issues. 2, concerning the Sinyereri dryer, it is not like all dryers have stalled. And we are not in a position to procure the spare part of that particular dryer.
Chair.
Yes, Senator Abbas.
Yes, Chair, I think, Kitale is the food basket of this country. And the kinds of information that we're getting, the feedback we're getting, they're very sketchy. So, I don't know, I think the government was not prepared, as he had said. So I think I'll ask the committee to write more questions and more information to source for more information. Because we need to know whether the county maintains a formal register for farmers indicating the farming what kind of activities they have, crops grown, livestock kept, these kind of things. You know, most of us are focusing on Kitale for this country's food production, especially maize. But of course, the way you guys are playing, and I think because you are know it and know what time will happen, you are not giving up the real feedback well. So I request Chairman to you.
Order, Senator Bass, the governor is not annoyed. The governor is...
No, he looks like...
No, he's not annoyed. He's just maybe the sugars
okay, I withdraw my statement.
Yes, so Governor, if you need time, you know Senator Bass is from Wajir, where they don't farm. And he's saying that Trans Nzoia is the food basket of this country. So if you think you need time because there are other questions,
yes,
then you can indicate. And if the CCM response is satisfactory, she can indicate if she needs opportunity to table documents supporting her statement. If not, then we just proceed.
Maybe to add on that, I'll just say how much fund is being taken to for farming, post harvesting the costs for farmers, and maybe how much spent as a county. You know, that most important thing is post harvest. You can plant the maize, but of course, if you don't meet all the requirements for the post-harvest, then you lose a lot of maize. So, but you are not getting how much was the cost of post-harvest, how much maize was produced, and you are saying that you had 3 years successful, 3 years of program. So I think there are a lot of information that has not been provided by your office.
So on that, let Senator ask the question so that you see if we can try.
I just want to satisfy the conscience of members here that the figures I gave earlier was 2023-2024. I believe that the issues of post-harvest need to be given a lot of attention, and part of the presentation we expect as Kenyans is that in the financial year 2023-2024, the good county of Trans Nzoia spent 60,826,000 as part of post-harvest management, below an approved allocation of 202 million. This indicates the shortcomings that we are hearing here today. I will want Waziri to tell us what mechanisms you are now putting in place.
Order, Senator, is the governor.
Sorry, through the governor of the great county of Trans Nzoia. What measures you are putting in place to avoid such kind of embarrassing absorption of national resources.
Through the chair,
Proceed.
I'd like clarity of the 60 million which was used for the post-harvest.
Do you have your performance index 2023-2024 as a ministry?
Yes,
I want our secretariat to project it on the screen if we are online. Are we there? Then check on your performance index, Waziri.
CCM, the figures are based on the reports of the controller of budget. So maybe you want to, if you do not have that report, you may not respond. You may not.
Yeah, some of those figures are strange. We don't remember having put any money in our budget for post-harvest.
When we are telling you are not prepared, you
No, we are prepared. When the money is not on the budget.
But you see now you don't know.
The money is not on the budget.
So,
yeah,
so COP, would the COP write things that are not there?
You know, sometimes you fight for the money. It's like 76 million is on the budget. So it was not there. COP not the money on the budget. The money never arrived in Trans Nzoia. It's possible. So when you say we will have no money, no budget for post-harvest losses, as governor of Trans Nzoia, please take my word for it. So I'm not speculating.
So governor, COP, so these figures of COP are to be verified.
They should.
So we need to, then it means that you then need to have the report of the controller or of the auditor general to know what projections were correct, whether you receive those monies or not, because then we are working on documents that, as we say, are not verifiable at this time. And that's why I said you needed time. Just listen to us sometimes.
Chairman, even if you give me a whole year, I can't predict what you want me to give without giving me the requirements of the document that you need. Because you must tell me you need this and this and this, then I'll provide it.
Chair.
Yes, Senator.
I think, Chair, we're just not moving in cycles. The best thing is just give the governor all the documents that's required. Let him bring all the documents.
That will solve our problem.
Governor, it appears that because we do not want to be cyclic in this committee, we don't want to move around circles and to be, or what I would say, to be sinuous or serpentine, where you're going back and forth. And to avoid all these histrionics, that will give you time. The directions are that we give you 7 days to table all documents. We will accompany our request to attend with a letter indicating what documents we need or that we are referring to. And then we also will need another 7 days to go through all the documents that you have submitted to us. And then certainly we'll have another date to interrogate some of these details. As I've told you, some people have signed for others. There are people who are widows twice. A man who is a widow and a woman who is a widow, and we do not know. Signatures are the same. So we need to go through these documents. And when you come back next time, your powerful CCM can then respond to these issues without a doubt.
Tell us the documents that you need.
We will.
And we'll avail them.
Give a full list.
Yeah, just give us a full list, because some of these questions are appearing as an ambush.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's not for even you as a lawyer, you notice things.
Of course, Governor. Yeah, you cannot doubt that.
Chair, can I say something? I'm Osoro Patrick, the Chief Officer Agriculture and Irrigation.
Yes, Mr. Osoro. Through the governor. Yes. Proceed, Mr. Osoro.
Yes. Chair, I wanted to confirm, because I'm the finance in charge accounting officer for agriculture. 2023-2024. I want to confirm that we didn't get 60 million for post-harvest losses, and let it be in record.
You are confirming that you did not receive the money?
Yes.
You are confirming that the control of budget records are incorrect?
Chair.
The control of budget, I don't know. But what we have, because that is what was passed in the county assembly, we didn't get 60 million for post-harvest losses. That is true.
Chair, may I ask one question?
Yes, Senator.
Maybe I want to ask, I'm sorry, I want to ask for clarification. Who is supposed to give you the money? The money, I thought you were already giving a budget. Isn't it? You have a county budget. So whom are you asking for the money? Who was supposed to give you the money? The 60 million?
Through the chair.
Go ahead.
You know, Honorable Senator,
Yes.
we have documents, surely. Why don't we base this argument
No,
on the
I'm
documents?
only asking you a question. You say that you did not receive the 60 million for post-harvest. The county has its own budget. Was that money supposed to be part of the budget of the county? Was it coming from PROCA? Was it coming from national government? Be very specific.
Through the chair, the money was not in the budget.
We didn't budget for it. Anybody said there was money on the budget and figure. Our approved budget by the county assembly, which I sent it through, does not have a provision of 60
Senator, Senator, past Governor, we'll avoid all these histrionics. We will adjourn. Before we adjourn, Governor, do you have anything to say on behalf of your team?
Chairman, the only thing I want to say is that for us to prepare well to come to the Senate, we should be given what the Senate requires. So if you're coming to talk about procurement, and then we are taking most of the time talking about other related issues, that nobody gave us even a hint that we are supposed to come and respond to them. We come here and then we appear as if we are not prepared. But believe you me, if you gave us the list of requirements, we'll be the first people to come here and produce that list. But you know, when you say someone says, you say something like that, you know, really, we want to have those nitty-gritties that a governor ordinarily will not have that information. I'll have to go and get that information. But the information is available, is there. So just give us adequate time, give us a list of what we need, and let this session not just be about the procurement of maize, because honestly it's not. We are discussing the entire Department of Agriculture in Trans Nzoia and the activities of that department. But we came here knowing that we're talking about the procurement of maize seeds, and if the procurement process was above board, and who benefited. But now we have discussed the Department of Agriculture, even before I came into office 2018. How can I know those things? But if you told me that we're going to come from that time and go to the archives and get the information, I won't say that that's all I am going to just provide that information as the governor of Trans Nzoia. Just as simple as that.
Thank you. Governor, Senators, do you have any?
Well, I think
just closing remarks.
what I'm saying is that, Your Excellency, I want you to open up your mind. We have done our best to at least accommodate you for today, because we have told the chairman to sit out of the city, to stand aside. The committee has reached that decision, and then we have another chairman. But we have still not opened up very well. So please, next time you come, I want you to open your mind and tell us the truth of the matter. Because we have no political interest yet. We never belong to a party, we never belong to anybody. This is a central house. We were senators, and we will give you the fair hearing. So please, I want you to come next time, Mr. Chairman, with all due respect, to have an open mind that you could be asking any questions. Because when somebody is auditing you, even when you go to court, the judge will ask you every question. You know that must be told everything. So with all this due respect, please feel free. And next time, please answer the questions. Not with a bit of prejudice. We don't have any prejudice. This is a committee of 9 people. And if you are not believing in maybe the chairman, then believe in us. And we'll give you a fair hearing. Is that okay?
Senator.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and members of the committee and the team from the Great County of Trans Nzoia and the Secretariat. My finishing remarks will be as follows. The Ministry of Agriculture is a broad ministry, and it's the backbone of this country and the Great County of Trans Nzoia. The farmers of maize are the majority in Trans Nzoia. We have peasant farmers, those who are getting 2 kilos of maize, and we have cash crop farmers, those with big tracts of land. And it's very important that when an investment of that magnitude is invested in the people must transcend or improve from dependency syndrome to self-sustaining. And that must be done through collaboration of both the local leadership, the county leadership, and the national leadership. What has been exhibited here today is a true reflection of what is happening across the country in the ministries of agriculture. And for us to change the wheel as a committee and as a Senate, we must delve deeper from the beginning to the end of the value chain and ensure the taxpayers' money is accounted for and the people are satisfied and contented that truly the process is above board, they are harvesting what they deserve, and the country gets the due fare of the tax they give. I am very sorry if we have brushed shoulders here, but we are basically saying that people must be held accountable. And that is why we are asking detail by detail, document by document, to ensure that the perception and aspersions carried forward by people that this committee is not fair must be dispelled off with, and the people must know that the Senate of the Republic of Kenya has turned a new leaf on oversight, accountability, and representation. And the time that is going to be given must be used prudently to facilitate this House with correct, accurate, prompt information that can hold any one of us accountable. We are going to go through these documents with a toothpick and ensure that what has been said is truly and nothing but the truth. I want to stop at that and thank the great people of Trans Nzoia for coming, for opening up, sharing with us, and we want to commit ourselves to be champions of democracy and defenders of devolution. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Governor, finally, let me just also thank you. And just note two things. One, you have not updated your website to include complete financial documents as required under PFM. Definitely do that in good time so that that does not become an issue. Number two, I don't know why you're worried about Mtego. This is not State House where there are Mitegos. Here, this is Parliament, we have no Mitegos, and there are no people who are in charge of Mitegos to trap others. Here we're just a committee doing its work above board, and we will ensure that we treat everyone fairly. That is how it is, and you have a big team of officers who appear competent. They seem to understand. Now, I think we have given you timelines, the 7 days, and we will also require of you to indicate to you if there are documents we are referring to within the contents or the letter that we shall write to you. Then we can convene again after we've gone through, after recess. So you have enough time for the department, the chief officer who is saying he did not receive money, but the records say he received. The CCM who is here and who has a powerful voice, responding to every question on point. When you come back, I'm sure you will have better responses to the question, so that as Chair then said, we deal with everything, and you also show us how beneficial this program is to the country and to your people, so that it is not a loss-making enterprise, so that we can emulate this program. Personally, I give seed, and now I'm in the process of going around the farms to see how the seeds have turned out. And that is how it is. So I thank you very much. Have a good journey back to Trans Nzoia. Yes, Senator Vance.
I want this document.
Yes.
It's not
Can you take back, CCM, can you take back and have your documents paginated?
Yes.
Properly item, because they are not, and some are not clear. The pages that are not page 13, page 12, page 16, all those things are not, so that you don't have, you're not prejudiced when a report is written and a document is not legible. It's only fair that we treat you well, so that you don't say that you are, and then you can sign all of them. Governor, you said you're in office, so it's okay. That's a good thing. You just sign that we don't have.
Are we taking back the documents or signing now?
I think you paginate. Let CFO, that's your work. The chief officer, agriculture, to make sure they are paginated so that you have a clean document. You know, the governor, you are too smart for some of these documents. You cannot be giving us documents that are not.
Timeline 3 days.
Yeah,
All these questions, 3 days.
Yes, but you are too smart. When at least on TV.
Thank you.
So we formally adjourn the meeting to when we convene next. Thank you very much. You can take your leave. Thank you very much.